Go.
Hey, I'm Kurt Sloyd. This is Justin White with Peachtree Growler. We're proud supporters of Norcross football this coming football season, and just wanted to talk to the coaches here.
So here we have Nathan Thornton, who is the run game coordinator and offensive line coach, and the brains behind the whole offense. Offensive coordinator, quarterback coach, former Georgia Bulldog, Tui Hush, or Hush. Sorry, I pronounced it wrong.
I'm good.
We are super excited to be Norcross football sponsors, and we wanted to sit down with you guys and just kind of ask you a couple questions, kind of talk about the season.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys coming on with us this year and giving back to the community, trying to make this a community thing around. So Peachtree Growler and Norcross football hand in hand.
So first off, new region, new teams, new schedule. Are you excited? Are you nervous? Or what do you feel about it?
Definitely excited. From an offensive standpoint, we've got a lot of really good football players coming back. So there's a lot of excitement. We had a great summer, 7-on-7 wise. And then I think you kind of want to see where you stand, especially in the state of Georgia in 7A football. You kind of want to see where you stand with the big boys. So our non-region schedule, our region is loaded, and our non-region schedule is pretty tough. So I mean, we'll get to see really out the gates kind of where we are week one.
Yeah, we got a lot coming back. Kind of new on the offensive line, but I think our skill players got a lot coming back there. Quarterbacks got some experience, played a lot for us last year. So there's a lot to be excited about, but we'll see what we're made of quick for sure.
How's that O-line look?
We got a lot of pieces. It's probably the most depth we've had on the offensive line in a while. We have a lot of people to replace, so there's some experience to gain. But in terms of numbers, we've got 8 or 9 guys right now that I'm looking at that can probably go for us on Friday night. So we haven't had that in a while where we're rotating a lot of guys in, a lot of guys that we trust right now, and that's going to be a big part of the opening of the season.
So, OC, he's the run game coordinator. He's got to be biased from time to time, especially being the offensive line coach. He wants to hog model. He used to be pushing people. How do you balance his wanting to run and knowing you and you're wanting to pass? How do you balance that? Does it work all the time?
Well, you kind of lied at the beginning. He really is the brains of the operation. So any run game stuff, he is one of the best I've ever been around, playing, coaching, whatever. He's very sharp and he's very innovative. So I think my favorite part about coaching with Nate is how innovative he is in the run game. So it's fun for me to see it go from brain to whiteboard to the game. So I don't really there are times, when I'm like, hey, there's 14 guys in the box. We might want to throw it here. But there's also times when we get in a situation where, the defense, because we've got a lot of talent out wide, and the defense will they'll go into a game trying to take away our passing attack. And I kind of just give him the reins. The South Gwinnett game last year, how many passes did we throw?
Not many, 10.
We threw less than 10 passes that game.
Wow.
And I probably called 10 plays that entire game. And he took it.
It's funny how it works with both of us. You say, like, how is it when he wants to run or pass? I think we both trust each other so much. We've been doing this. We were together at Dunwoody before Norcross. We've been doing this together. So
Wildcat
honestly, what happens a lot of times is I'll be scratching my head. I want him to go, and he'll want me to go. It's almost opposite. It's more oftentimes I need to, like, you go because I'm scrambling, or he wants me to go because he's scrambling, than the other way around. Like, it's not usually either one of us wanting to take the reins as much as we want the other guy. Hey, you got to figure it out this time.
Yeah,
I think a
or
whole lot more.
Nate, give me a run right here so I can see what they're in, and then we'll call something off of that, or vice versa. Like,
right.
Hey, it's second and short. He'll say it's second and short. I've got us a surefire first down. Take a shot, and then I'll kind of go from there and go, what our best shot is out of whatever person.
Nice.
It makes it great for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
When we're running the ball, too, he's always looking. Where in the second? So he knows. It takes one play of us running the ball. He knows where to go the next play. So it really is back and forth between the two of us the whole time. constantly looking, constantly working together. So there's no more happy I am than when he's figured it out, and I don't even know where he's going until he goes there, and then it's 6 points. So.
Sometimes I don't know.
That's awesome. So what about game management? How do you feel about your defense? Do you feel like you have to worry about the defensive side, or are you confident that if y'all control your side of the ball, the defense can control their side?
This is the best front seven we've had in a while. Like, I think defensive line and linebacker combined, we've had some stars at linebacker. We've had some really good D linemen, but I think and this is since we've been here for the past 7 years. Norcross traditionally has had really good defenses, but I think in the box, I know going in practice every day, our defensive front seven is a problem. So I think they're going to give teams a real hard time in the box for sure.
And they got 2 really good corners out wide. I would, tandem-wise, I don't think you'll find 2 corners on the same team in the state.
Wow.
That are as good as what we got.
Wow.
They are really, they've
awesome.
both been playing since they were sophomores.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So
I don't know if they both started they got experience. I've known about them since they were in middle school. That's how good they were. And they've just continued to grow and develop. I'm really excited about those 2.
That's awesome.
So is there any two-way players, or is it all y'all have offense, defense, y'all separate, or is there ever two-way in y'all's system?
We're mainly one-way team. We practice one way, but there will be situations where we use players on both sides. We'll have a few defensive players. Like I said, they're really talented up front. That will come over and help us a little bit during the season. They may grab a couple of our skill players to help out in the secondary and other places, but 95% of our team is you play one side or the other. But we've got too much talent in places not to get some other guys on the field.
It's a good place to be.
Mm-hmm. So one thing that I think we want people to know is, as sponsors, what does that money do for the program?
Everything. We feed our kids every day in the summer. Go drive by the school. Our facilities are first class. I've been to small colleges where the players there don't get the same type of treatment, or like even in like rehabilitation, right? Like our kids have got it as good as anybody in the state of Georgia, and that's partly because of what you guys do.
And they don't all have the means. So what guys like you do that come in the community, it helps support these kids. Like we've got kids from all different kinds of backgrounds. Mm-hmm. We've got kids in the Peachtree Corners area that live in extremely nice places, nice houses. We got kids that live in extended stay. We've had kids that technically would be homeless. They live on friends' couches or whatever, staying in extended stays, and those are the types of kids that that it probably supports the most, those kids that don't have means otherwise. So you get it down to an individual level, it's a program that takes care of so many different kids, and it helps out in a tremendous way for those kids.
Awesome. Yeah. That's why you do it. That's the whole purpose. So what games should be circled? Should be circled on our schedule. These are the big ones.
Our openers are tough. We're playing, first game we open with Lanier, who's Coach Maloof's son. So you got the Maloof Bowl 1.0.
Yeah.
Then we play Mill Creek the next week, who won the state championship 2 years ago.
Yep.
Then we play Walton, who lost in the state championship game last year, and that's all non-region. So none of those are as big as when you get into region. And you've got Parkview and Brookwood that have traditionally just been really good football teams. You got Peachtree Ridge and North Gwinnett, who tied with us last year. There was a 3-way tie. We ended up winning the tiebreaker and winning the region championship. But that's 5 teams, and only 4 make the playoffs. So it's kind of hard to say which game to circle.
Coming up. Duluth's getting better every year. Our region's very competitive.
Yeah.
It's SEC of 7A football now.
There you go. So, all right, one last question from me. What cool uniforms are you breaking out this year? Come on. In the past, they've had chrome helmets. They've had alternate jerseys. They've had alternate whole uniforms, shoes. They do it right. So, what's coming?
I don't don't know uniform-wise what's coming. It's always the combination because we have the different jersey pant combinations.
I don't. I think with the
Different logos, you get the N or the pitchfork. You know.
I think with what I think you're going to see the most of is with the new video game coming out, NCAA.
Mhm.
Like the
It's out.
Yeah, but the accessories that these kids are going to have on, like they're going to look like created players on video games.
That's awesome.
Towels, visors,
The whole thing.
Yeah, all that.
Coach Hush was pumped about our new coach's shoes. He liked those. There's probably the best new coach's shoes we've had in a while. So.
Are they dope?
Yeah, Nike Pegasus.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Nice.
We got there. They were ordering with the Velcro straps. It was a tough
Oh,
situation.
Bold shoes.
Payless Velcro strap pro
We've
wings.
influenced more than just offense.
That brings up one question for me. We know NIL and college football. Have y'all had to deal with that in the high school level?
I think there's a misconception, I guess, around it. Like you see the college guys and it's almost pay to play at this point, right? With our guys, it's not as prevalent, and I think from where we're sitting, it's how do we provide exposure for our kids so that they're prepared for college, if that makes sense. So we want our kids to get the best things, the nicest whatever, but also from a personal branding standpoint, like how can they brand themselves so that they can, take advantage of that once they get to college. Mm-hmm. So I guess directly the answer is no, not a specific player, but we're constantly working. Coach Ogburn's pretty much our media guy. He's constantly working on different avenues in which these kids can brand themselves, and then eventually set up opportunities so where they can
That's
get
awesome.
NIL deals and stuff like that.
That is awesome.
That's cool.
All right, so full disclosure, the Wildcat Pride thing is Kurt and I both played Dunwoody High School football. I've known Nate for years, so has Kurt. I met Tui through his time at Dunwoody football, so I don't want anybody getting all upset at us for me throwing out the Wildcat Pride, but I have to be real about it. That's my school, even though I support Norcross as well.
But we are right around the corner from Norcross High School, and we will be having a tailgate center here for game days on Friday night.
In the parking lot, we're going to have the tents out, taps, we'll be ready to go. Go Blue Devils.
Go Blue Devils.